Bear Brown bashes former neighbor as liar and hypocrite. Hello everyone, my name is Alana B. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. The Alaskan Bush people family takes a lot of criticism regularly. Whether people don't like the way they live or don't believe the reality show is real at all, there are plenty of negative stories and reactions about Bear Brown and his family. However, a recent news story hit Alaskan news channel KTOO, and Bear Brown refused to take this one lying down. After the story hit with comments from former neighbors and friends of the Alaskan Bush people family, Bear lashed out at everyone. KTOO, a non-profit Juneau-based corporation that provides a variety of telecommunications services to Juneau and statewide audiences, released a story titled "Alaskan Bush People Get the Cold Shoulder While Looking for Land in Southeast." The story included comments by some people who know the Brown family, including Mark Hofstad and Jim Stanford. In the story, Hofstad said that he noticed a boat belonging to the Alaskan Bush people family and said he asked the harbor master to move them because he said he didn't want to look at them. He then said that Gabe Brown walked up and offered a handshake, but Hofstad said he wouldn't shake his hand, and Gabe reportedly walked away. "I mean, look what the show is," Hofstad said. "It's non-residents portraying themselves as Alaskans that basically make us all look like a bunch of frickin' morons." The author of the story, Emily Fehrenbacher, said she was a fan of Alaskan Bush people, saying, "Really, it's like a lot of Alaska reality TV shows, where they're playing up the remoteness and kind of building drama around the typical Alaskan lifestyle." However, she also said that it just seemed like a lot of it was pretty staged for television. That led to Jim Stanford calling the Alaskan Bush people family conmen in the story. "They certainly weren't living off the land, building their own cabin and stuff like that," Stanford said. "You could tell they were more users than givers, not really the kind of people that you would want as a direct neighbor." That led to Bear Brown lashing back at both Stanford, Hofstad, and Fehrenbacher. Bear Brown didn't hold back. In an Instagram post on Sunday, Bear called out Fehrenbacher, writing, "I think journalism may be dead. One particular article makes me sad to see how far some Alaskans have fallen." Bear then directed his attention to both Stanford and Hofstad. "To judge, condemn, insult, and hate goes against everything Alaska stands for. People like Mark Hofstad would never have survived in the real bush of Alaska. People like him go against the true Alaska and the freedom on which it stands." Bear wrote, "People like him try to take the freedom out of Alaska by being intentionally rude, judgmental, and a straight-up jerk. That is not what Alaska is meant to be. Alaska is about freedom. The freedom to live free. Free from people trying to break other people down to try to make themselves feel better about their life. That is not the Alaskan way. Real Alaskas seek only peace and freedom to be themselves." He next took aim at Stanford, who Bear painted as a hypocrite based on his comments about Alaskan Bush people. And people like Jim Stanford, who intentionally is spreading lies to online news articles. "I remember Jim. He was one of our closest neighbors when I was a kid, and he knew just how far off the grid and real we were." Bear wrote, "He saw us haul our lumber up the road we put in, the same road he used. He had come to us to pull porcupine quills out of his dog's mouth, and he always flew south for the winter and asked us to keep an eye on his place and keep his roof shoveled so it didn't destroy his house. It's hurtful people I thought were our friends would sell out. For what? 5 minutes of fame. That is not the way of real Alaskans. I'm ashamed of people like Jim Stanford and Mark Hofstad. Ashamed to call them Alaskans." Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, American Pickers 24, and stay with us.